What's going on? Big A, the Mank Geek, coming at you with another video. And I haven't done one of these kinds of videos for a while where I just speak about an issue that's going on in the community. And as you probably already aware of, Jawbreakers did an Indiegogo, Diversity in Comics, John Malin, Brett Smith, and it was a success. They launched it, it built up a lot of steam. Like, people like what it was doing. It's made mad money. Like right now it's sitting at like what, $242,000, which is a lot. I backed it myself because I want to see to what these guys are capable of producing. So that's why I backed it. I wanted to see to what they put out there. And it was going to be published by Antarctic Press, and then they had to pull the plug on that because of intimidation by various people. And the whole situation is kind of crazy because some store in Canada is saying that there was like a break-in at their place or something of the sort like that, and another store is saying this, that and the other. I mean, stores can do what they want. They can stock whatever content they wish to stock, but it's completely clear that stores that said they weren't going to stock Jawbreakers from Antarctic Press when Antarctic Press were publishing it, it's clear that they were doing so for other reasons, you know what I mean? So it's clear that it was a personal thing. It was a personal thing that they disliked. Well, at least Diversity in Comics, Richard C. Mayer, aka Zach. And they didn't want to stock it for that reason. And it also appeared that they kind of wanted to, you know, virtue signal a little bit as well, to be honest. And yeah, like I said, stores can do what they want. They can have their own reason for doing it, but at least be honest as to why you're doing it. I mean, me personally, if I had a store myself, comic book store, whatever people wanted, I'd stock, because I want to make money and I want to stay in business. And the comic book itself, it's completely apolitical. As far as I'm aware, it's a comic book that isn't saying anything, it just wants to be a bit of fun, which is totally fine. And sometimes people just want a bit of fun. So the fact that they're not stocking it, it's up to them. Like, I don't mind, I don't care, whatever. But intimidating Antarctic Press not to publish the book for XYZ reason, that I can't really stand by, and I can't see as to why someone would attempt to justify that, because you can't really justify intimidating someone else's business to not do something, to not make money. That's essentially to what's been done here, which I find kind of disgusting. And I mean, you can't. I would like to speak to left-wing authoritarians, especially ones who are into comics, and just kind of see their ideas and think, because to be honest, I don't think what they want in the world or socially is really different from what I want in the world socially. It's just that I'm not authoritarian about it and they are. Like, I wish there wasn't this whole kind of in-group, out-group, but they've kind of made it this way. Like, I've always said in my videos multiple times, I am left-leaning, but I am to the right of their left. So therefore, I fall into the out-group. I'm not in the in-group. And they can't justify it. Like, I'd like to see them attempt to justify it. For me, I would imagine it would be like speaking to a hardcore vegan. So just stay with me on this one. So if a meat eater and a vegan are kind of having a debate, the meat eater will pretty much say, well, you can have complete autonomy over the food that you put into your body. Whereas for a vegan, they would disagree with that because they're on the moral high ground because they don't eat animals. So therefore, you can never justify to a vegan that it should be fine to eat meat because they see themselves as being above the meat eater. So therefore, the discussion is pointless. And I kind of feel like, in a way, a lot of what goes on in the comic book community is kind of the SJWs seeing themselves on the moral high ground. For some reason, if you follow DNC and whoever else, it means that your opinion doesn't matter because they're morally better than you because they don't interact with such individuals or follow such individuals or support such individuals. So therefore you can never justify as to probably why you backed Jawbreakers and why you think it should be stocked in comic book stores and there shouldn't be any intimidation towards Antarctic Press. I don't think you'd be able to justify that to them in any way as to why it's okay to subscribe to DNC and XYZ. But I still would like to speak to an SJW. I'd like to have a discussion with one, like a live stream with one. I don't think anyone would accept, because as soon as you say you follow DNC or you interact with his content or what have you, or consume his content, your opinion doesn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? You are all the negative things that they say about DNC, you also are. So it's kind of like a guilt by association thing. It's like you associate with this individual, therefore you're just as bad as they are. But I wish it was like an equal playing field, because you can consume the content you want. You can critique that content. You can dislike content. That's completely fine. I don't know why SJWs get all up in arms about content being critiqued. There's nothing wrong with that. And actually, like, yeah, this video, essentially you could say it is an invitation that if any kind of left-wing authoritarian wants to talk about kind of the comic book industry as it is currently at the moment and the things going on within it, and as to where their viewpoints are, and they want to discuss as to how mine differ, then I'll be glad to kind of host a live stream with any left-wing authoritarian or SJW or whatever they want to call themselves, even if they don't call themselves that, whatever they are. Whatever the other side wants to call themselves, I'll gladly talk to them, because I want to know as to like what's going on, how they justify certain things. Like, I don't justify harassment, for example, but I don't see any examples of it myself when I'm online. If someone was to show me examples of it and that it was done en masse and that there was evidence of someone sending people somewhere to harass others, then, you know, I'd look into that and like assess that, and maybe it would affect my opinion on things. But I've not seen it happen. All I've seen happen is people critique things and say as to why they don't like things. And then you've got things like #MoveTheNeedle, which is, to me, I only see positivity there, because anyone can use #MoveTheNeedle. Anyone can use it. Anyone, for any comic book that someone likes, even if it's not a comic book that I like and someone else likes a comic and they use #MoveTheNeedle, no one can tell them not to use it. You can use it for anything. So I don't know as to why Move the Needle is seen as something negative as well. Ultimately, what this whole thing has caused is Splatto Comics. Like, they're creating the monster. They're making DNC unstoppable, but they can never undo it. Like, they tried to be silent during the whole Jawbreakers campaign, and they were, and then it ended. And this stuff is just firing it off into the stratosphere. And now they've created it. They've helped to create Splatto Comics. There's other avenues that Jawbreakers Lost Souls is going to go down in order to get sales. So the whole idea was to stop people from getting Jawbreakers. But in doing that, it looks like more people are going to have access to Jawbreakers, and their ultimate enemy, their Doctor Doom, if you will, is going to be making money, and he's going to get his stuff out there, and essentially is going to be a pro, because his stuff will be in stores and it won't just be backed on like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or what have you. So they've created this, and there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. It can't be stopped now. There's a kind of a new kind of momentum going on, and it would work to their advantage if they just slowed down and actually talk to people, instead of doing the usual things of claiming that this other group of individuals are XYZ things, because it's just not true. I mean, yes, some people will throw a comic down a toilet or burn a comic, for example, or rip it in two, but then others just sit down calmly and critique a comic. May get a bit passionate sometimes, may use some hyperbole. That's a non-issue. I don't know why that's such a big deal. At the end of the day, if you don't want comic books to be kind of big, then like, why are you even here? Like, I would love, like, a friend of mine recently got into like some Star Wars comics, and these are comics that I read when they first came out in like 2015, and that was great. I would encourage him to buy whatever comic he wanted, and then if it was a comic that I bought that I didn't like, we would just discuss it. Like, there needs to be some kind of like discourse, you know what I mean? Some discussion. But this whole situation is crazy because now they've just fueled the machine. They've just made things go in the direction that they don't want things to go in. And it, like I said, it just can't be stopped now. Splatto Comics, what's going to happen next? Who knows? But the possibilities now, like, it's going to be insane. Like, I myself, I'm looking forward to getting Jawbreakers because it's got the remastered version of the first book, and then it's got the second book in there as well. So it's a total of 3 books. And that's, and you know what, pretty good value for money actually when I did the maths on it. If you think about the, because being in the UK I had to pay postage as well. It actually works out pretty well. And yeah, just the future now, I mean, the Mayorverse is, could actually be a thing. And all those crazy ideas that DNC comes up with can actually happen. But yeah, like I said, this is an invitation to any SJW who wants to chat about things and discuss things, because they'll actually probably see that our opinions and their opinions aren't exactly that different. It's just that I find with people who are on my side of kind of like the argument, we want diverse characters, but we don't want diverse characters, their identities, to be the only thing about them, the only important thing about them. We want the character to have flaws and characteristics and, you know, go through the hero's journey and all that kind of thing. Whereas the other side, I don't seem to want that, apparently. Or maybe they do and aren't entirely clear as to what our opinions are. So I'd like to clarify things with them, pretty much. But this situation, yeah, I think it's been a nuts kind of like 72 hours. And in fact, to be honest, you know what, it's been nuts for a while. It's been nuts for a good few years. But yeah, I've pretty much gone into rambling phase now, as you can tell. I'm pretty much rambling. But yeah, what else now? Yeah, they've just caused weird things to happen. Let me know as to what you think of this whole Jawbreakers thing. Oh yeah, and also, sorry, this video is called Jawbreakers Lost Sales. Yeah, they're not going to lose sales actually. They're gonna make more sales. The Indiegogo is still open. I think I'll actually leave a link to that in the video as well, to the Indiegogo, if you haven't supported Jawbreakers yet, because it's still open. Even though it's completed its goal and it's done its like 30 days, it's still open for you to support it if you want to. And considering that there's no kind of like, it's not coming to the stores as of yet, yeah, I think supporting it probably would be the best thing to do to ensure you get your copy. And yeah, I say good luck to John Malin, Diversity Comics, and Brett Smith, and anyone else involved with Splatto Comics. I'll be interested to see as to what you guys do in the future. Like I said, any SJWs, if you want to have a chat, a civil discussion, because as you can see, I'm totally calm, then yeah, you can come to me and chat to me if you want. You can be part of a live stream if you want. That offer is always out there. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.